That's Tayo Cruz, Travis McCoy, higher right here on the Air Morning Show. We're 106.1 in Airdrie, 91.5 if you are in Cochrane, and online too. Discover airdrie.com if you want to listen there, because we know you're going to be near a computer at some point. It's the 21st century, come on. 8:12, sitting at 12 degrees. On our way to an okay high for today. Full weather and traffic details coming up in 10 minutes. But before we get there, joined in studio by a very special guest this morning, we have MP Blake Richards. How are you, Blake?
I'm good, and how are you?
Very well, sir. Thanks for coming in here today. And the reason you're coming in to chat with me is because of a thing called the Wildrose Hockey Challenge. Now, what exactly is the Wildrose Hockey Challenge? I know what it is. You know what it is. But not too many people might know, so we just kind of want to give the lowdown for it.
Sure. Well, I hope there's a few people out there that do know, but certainly, we do have the Wildrose Hockey Challenge. It's become an annual event. This is the 4th annual version of it, and certainly, there's been a couple of versions right here in Airdrie, the first and second annuals. And what we do is we raise money for victim services. The victim services branch throughout the constituency that I represent, Wildrose constituency. So there's the 4 branches. There's Airdrie, the Airdrie District Victim Services, and of course the Cochrane and Area 1, Bow Valley, which serves Banff Canmore in that area, and then of course Chinook's Edge, which serves sort of the Mountain View County, Old Sundre, Didsbury, that area. We raise money for these people. Of course, victim service is what they are. They're a charity that comes in when there's really someone that's probably one of the lowest points in their life, when they have to come in and assist. Maybe they've been a victim of crime, maybe they've had their home burned down. So this is people who really need some help. They need some counseling. They need some assistance getting through the court system, whatever it might be. And victim services are the people that come in and sort of pick up the pieces. So it's a very, very deserving, worthwhile charity, and so we wanted to find a way to raise some money for them. So the Wildrose Hockey Challenge, essentially what it is, it's kind of like a pro-am hockey game. We've got some professional players that come in and play alongside us, but it's essentially a game between federal MPs and provincial MLAs. It's a non-partisan event. We've got members from all different parties, and we have the pros come in just so that we can throw a little hockey talent in the mix. And we raised some money for victim services. Last year we raised $83,000.
$83,000. That's incredible.
We're hoping that this year we'll take the lifetime total of the game over $200,000. So.
That's amazing, yeah. Great stuff, Blake. Now, this is the 4th year of the event, but how exactly did this come into fruition? Like how did this all start?
Well, this is actually something that I stole the idea from a colleague. To be honest with you, there's actually a number of our conservative colleagues in Ottawa that do these charity type hockey games in their riding. But the time when I started it 4 years ago, I think it was 2 or 3 of them that were doing them in Ontario. And I thought, well, what a great idea. I had a number of colleagues saying, this would be great to do out in Alberta. We'd love to come out and see your Rocky Mountains and your beautiful riding. And so I thought, why don't we do it? So that's how it started, and
fair enough.
We chose the victim services because we thought it was a really deserving, worthwhile charity to try and support. So we've kind of carried that the fundraising on that, and as I say, hopefully after this year's game we'll have raised $200,000 for victim services.
That's great. So there's lots of ways that people can get involved. Obviously, they can buy tickets. There's an auction for this as well. Do you just kind of want to explain that?
Sure. Yeah. There's lots of opportunities for people to get involved in this and to help out. It can start from certainly. The game was August 18th. I think the doors for the arena open at 2:30. Games at 4 o'clock. It's out in Canmore this year. We'll move it around the ride.
Beautiful, yeah.
So it's an opportunity for people to get out into a beautiful part of the mountains for the day. We encourage people to come on out. Tickets are just $10, but for children 12 and under, it's free. So it can be a pretty cheap family outing, frankly. You can get out to the mountains and take the kids out. For $20, you can take them to the hockey game. They can get a chance to get some autographs from some of the professional NHL hockey stars, and see something that'll be fairly entertaining. And then maybe you go for a hike or something out in the mountains after. So. Also there's raffle tickets that we're selling for 2 tickets that anywhere Air Canada flies anywhere in the world. Also 2 tickets, raffle for 2 tickets anywhere WestJet flies. Those tickets are just $10 as well, and your odds are quite high. We're only selling 1,000 of each, so you have really good odds with that. And then of course there is auction at the game. There's a number of really, really great auction items. We've got a weekend ski trip for 2 at both Lake Louise and Sunshine, including accommodations at either the Chateau Lake Louise or at the Sunshine Mountain Village. So that's some pretty nice auction items in there as well. So It's a great opportunity for people to come on out, enjoy a nice family outing, and help raise some money for a really worthwhile charity.
Great stuff. Now, if people want a little bit more information about it in general, is there a website that they can go to, a phone number that you can be reached at, or anything like that?
Absolutely. If people want to look for tickets, check out more information about the auction items. There's also a puck toss at the intermission, which gives people a chance to do a shootout for a brand new Toyota.
Oh, cool.
So there's all kinds of things, but certainly what they can do is we have a website for the game. It's simply wildrosehockey.com.
Mm-hmm.
They can also phone my office, 403-948-5103, or they can email us as well, and that's just wildrose@blakerichards.ca.
All right, sounds like tons of fun, and of course going on again August 18th. Doors open 2:30, game starts at 4. Blake, thanks so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. Really looking forward to this year's events and all the great stuff that you do for all the organizations that you're involved with, and it's going to be fun.
Thanks so much for having me, and I hope that people can make it on out on August 18th. I think it's going to be a great afternoon.
It's going to be good too. All right, we got some Creation Turner, Kelly Clarkson coming up after the jump.